Hi, welcome to episode 22 in our Building a Custom Mandolin series. The mandolin is now complete. Before we can start the finishing process, it only needs final sanding and the building of the pickguard, and that will be the main focus of this video. Let me run some footage with voiceover that was taken during the building process of the pickguard. If I build a pickguard for a mandolin, I like to custom fit it. To that end, I put a string on this mandolin so I could determine the exact location of the bridge. I've just jammed on a one-half set of keys, didn't even bother to screw them in the back, a bridge right out the box, and believe it or not, I tied the string to the end of the holding fixture. But it worked, and now I know exactly where that bridge is going to lay, and I'm ready to build the pickguard. Any piece of scrap maple that I have that's really attractive, I'll usually cut it into pickguard blanks. And there is a piece of really nice quilted maple. Hold it up there and trace the exact shape of the body underneath. Be in particular exactly where it's at because we want it to fit on the mandolin very well. We'll saw that shape out and test fit it. A little bit of sanding and everything, and we are good to go. I glue a piece of ebony to the back of the pickguard. The ebony gives stiffness and stability to the finished pickguard, as well as providing attachment points both under the fingerboard as well as for the side mounting brackets. I'm simply marking where everything's going to go there. And now we'll mark the shape of the ebony, its length, and everything, and saw it out. There we go. A little bit of shaping and sanding to kind of clean it up. And we will be ready to glue it on. And there it is in the gluing fixture. All glued up and ready to go. And it's still rough, but there we have it. Now it's ready for the fancy stuff. First I need a way to hold it steady. And I have screwed an extra piece of scrap wood onto my engraving stand. I need to cut a recess for that ebony piece to fit into, and I'll do that with the router. I've got the depth of the cut set for basically the thickness of the ebony piece on the back of the pickguard. A little bit of cleaning up the edges with chisel. And we're ready for a test fit. If I am lucky, it'll fit right on in there first try. And there we go. Perfect. It worked out very, very well. I can't see it very well though with those two blonde woods together, so I'm going to stain the bottom piece of scrap for the contrast. And now you can see it really good. Now just like the treatment that we give to the body, we're going to inlay an inner pearl strip, and then the whole pickguard will be wrapped with white binding. Once again, we'll use the same pre-assembled flexible pearl strip. There is a shot of the score marks where we want the binding to go to. Or the inner pearl strip, I'm sorry, and we'll do that we'll rough it out anyway with the router. As you can see, roughing it out is a good way of putting it because it's pretty rough, but we'll take an hour or so and a nice sharp razor knife and clean everything up and get it ready to inlay those pearl strips. Here's a shot of it almost ready to be inlaid, pretty clean. There's a shot of the pearl strip itself and the channel that it's going into, and that shot right there is a shot of the pearl strip already glued. The next shot that you're looking at here is the second piece and the third closure piece as well. Note the 1-inch paneling nails that I've used to kind of tack it into place. It is ready for the binding now. There's the first piece of binding in the same order, followed by the second piece. And finally, we'll have a shot of the third piece of binding, the closure piece. And once that's all dry, we are ready to clean everything up. We'll start with a regular cabinet scraper. After we take the paneling nails out, we'll be able to start with the cabinet scraper, cleaning it up, getting the roughest of the stuff off, and then we'll follow that with level sanding, starting at about 80 grit and going to 220. Now we should have a shot of the finished deal ready for inlay. We're going to inlay this thing in a very similar style and pattern to what we put on the back of the mandolin, and we're ready to start that business now. Let me close the video off here, and we'll pick back up in episode 23, where we will do our inlay on the pickguard, and hopefully we'll get far enough along to put the stain and the first coat of finish on this mandolin. We'll see you then.